AR ink bombers. Anyways, we got a treat for you today. We're gonna start working on the next sitting of this Dragon Ball Z masterpiece. Super excited. It's gonna be 2 paintings put together. So right now we just have the first one. So we're gonna be doing Goku Super Saiyan mode, and we're gonna be doing Vegeta Super Saiyan mode, which is on this side. I'll show you real quick. I have the outline sketch. This is the outline right here. Just to give you guys some context. So this is the other side. You can kind of see them, the pencil sketch. And but yeah, it's gonna be cool. Super excited, super stoked. And my cat's trying to go out, so let me let her out real quick. But anyways, yeah, I'm super stoked on this series, and I've been looking at this painting for since the last time we went live. I haven't done anything to it. However, I'm looking at putting a little more detail into the hair. I want to put more depth into the hair. So we'll start with that, and then we'll kind of work our way down here, and then we'll start working on the gi. But yeah, I'm digging it. I like the face. I like the color. Everything's looking good, and it's just gonna get tighter from now on. It's gonna like that. What I mean by that, it's gonna be a lot more detail. So right now it just looks like lines, but I'm gonna be stepping it up. All right, now what I'm gonna do to make this a lot darker, be using a Liquitex Mars Black, and it's gonna look good. So let me bring you guys a little bit closer so you guys can kind of see. Put a little bit right here. Now we're gonna use a blender brush. Hopefully you guys can see me in the image. Zooms in. All right, so we're gonna just dab this a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of flare it out like that, nothing too crazy. And then I'll go darker right here. There we go. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I need a little bit more water just to dilute the brush a little bit and kind of bring it in. Let me see how it looks right there. Yep. See, it just has way more depth. Yeah, I like it. All right, and then we're just gonna keep going. All right, guys. So you guys are gonna be seeing me go live Mondays, uh, Wednesdays, and Fridays. These are gonna be my live stream days. So if you guys want to tune in and see some real time action, then feel free to join. You guys can see the progress. There we go. We'll do some depth right here. And it's okay if I go over the white. We'll go back over it with some white highlights. And then we'll put some highlights here. All right. Kind of see it take shape right here. And then also by adding this, adds just more contrast to the hair. Kind of shows more depth. That's kind of the look that we're going for. You just got to keep working it in. That's the key about painting. So like you have to just work in the layers, and even if it takes you a little bit longer, because at the end it's gonna, like, you're gonna see that you put effort into it. And don't worry about it being perfect right now. Like you can always cut those lines. Like at white, we'll definitely go over this, but the key is just to add more definition and more depth. See, and I just put some right here, little flares. See right here. Let me get a little bit of water. Yeah, there we go. That depth looks pretty cool. All right, now let me get another. Let me get some more colors because now we're gonna start working into the gi. Let me lower it a little bit for you guys. Make some adjustments. There we go. I want you guys to see the progress. Even though I know right now nobody's watching, when I upload the video later, you guys can watch it on your own time and see the whole process of this. But this is what I do, man. I love painting. I love art. It's just I'm addicted. See, look, three right there that I painted, the little anime. Then I did the Charizard right here, and then we got the Liberty Walk Countach I painted. I have a lot. I love cars, man. I have affinity for cars, and then this is one of our art show posters. I gotta get it re-straightened out. I think there's like moisture from the rain. It kind of leaked on top of it from the studio. But everybody signed it. Everybody that was involved in the show, the art show that we had in 2013. But we have more. We got more shows coming around. We're actually planning another show this year, 2026, in November 7th. So super excited for that. Super stoked. I don't know where we're gonna have it yet, but I'm gonna start looking at venues. All right. So next, we're gonna start doing some color scheme right here. I think we're gonna redo. Actually, we're not gonna redo anything. I'm just gonna go on a darker brown layer. That's what we're gonna do right now. Oh shoot, stuff is globbing all over the place. So I have this paint, it's kind of like a red brown, and I gotta mix it with some black, which I almost poured it next to this black, but hold on, guys. All right, now I need some Mars Yellow to save this. So we'll put a little bit of this right here, Mars Yellow. I don't know why they call it Mars Yellow. It does not look Mars Yellow. It looks more like a brown. All right, so let's add a little bit of this. There we go. I think that's the color I want. I'm looking for like a dark brown, and this is red, and that's like too dark. Let me just add a little bit here, and then just want to add like an extra layer of like a brown tinge right here. And I'm not worried if I go over some of the black because I'll just re-emphasize that later. And then this goes here. There's just like some different tones. Then we'll just do another layer here. There's like a little highlight here. That's I'm also gonna be doing a Doctor Doom painting, something very, very trippy looking. So stay tuned on that. See just some little dark features. Damn, we're 17 minutes in. All right, so now it's kind of like the pic. So we're gonna be using some white for highlights and then some more black to clean it up. So he has like a little scar right here. And then he has another scar right here. Then here, let me get some black. All right, so this is where the mix going right here. And then I'm gonna make him very glowy. So there's gonna be like accents all over of like just that energy, that glow. All right, so that goes there. And then I'm gonna make this very artsy too, so it's gonna have a lot of artsy vibe to it. Okay. add. Then I gotta put some like some of his gi. I need to make it look like really torn, weathered, kind of the stitching's kind of coming out already. I'm still gonna put a little more detail, so I'm not gonna do it too crazy right now until I put that detail in there. That way I could go over it, you know, on the gi, some little tricks. Then you go there. All right. Now we got to get some teal. This is actually going to be a different color. The teal is going to be kind of like, I'm going to put accents on it right here. Some like kind of like it's reflecting. I actually got to put some teal here, some on the hair. So let's do that. I believe I have some. Let me see, 2 seconds. I think I definitely got to get another cart of paint. We could use this one. This is kind of like the color that I'm looking for. I don't know if I could zoom in. But yeah, it's a heavy body. This one works really good. So we're going to try this. It looks about the same color that I'm looking for. So let me dab some of this off. All right, cool. Let me grab some of the paint. And now let's try it. A little bit. I'm gonna add a little bit of white because I think I gotta blend it just a little bit so it's not as opaque. What I mean by like it's too transparent. So I'm just blending it with the white. There we go. Now it should show up brighter. There we go. Now you remember, you gotta have fun with it when you paint. Just lock in. Put a little accent there. A little accent on the neck. I think I like that on the cheek. It's like a little blue accent. Okay, now we do a little bit up here. When you start using different blues, different tones, you could see the layering and it just gives it a better look. Maybe we could even add some on the eyes right here. And then we'll come back and add some white to the eyes just to make it pop a little bit more. But all right, so now we got that. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of line right here. And then I'm gonna get some shading, like really, really, really diluted, and kind of make the hair have a glow to it. I like it, Picasso. And then, so yeah, we just keep building these layers, and then they start it starts taking shape. If you guys seen the earlier live videos, or if you ever go back to watch them, you could see like how it started. Pretty much like this, based out, boring, really flat, and you kind of start bringing those layers together, and it just works. You just gotta trust the process. That's like the biggest thing when you do painting. You do art, trust the process. And if you mess up, just do it all over again. That's the thing about painting. You can always paint over your mistakes. That's what I tell everybody. You can paint over your mistakes and everything's still good, you know? And I think right here, let me see. I think I'm gonna add another one right here. Just a light streak. And then I'm gonna come in here and kind of make this a little bit like add more like a brown texture and kind of flare it in just to give an undertone under the chin, more depth. And that's what I look at in the painting is more depth, and it just gives the artwork more definition, and you start seeing the 3D. All right, so now I'm gonna grab another brush. We're gonna grab the blending brush. So welcome those of you guys that came onto the live stream. All right, so it's like this reddish brown, and we're gonna mix it with the black, and we're gonna kind of make this dark brown. A little bit more of this. Kind of looks like a very umber dark brown, so that's what we're gonna use right here. Gotta just there we go. Now we do a little bit here. Some right here. Let me throw some down here. That's the thing with painting, man. You have to work it in. It's because of the textures in the piece. You got to work in those layers. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Then I'm gonna come back with some black paint. Put a little bit of definition in there. And then let's see that. We'll come and cut this later. And let's just add some white right here. So we'll do that. Let's do that now. All right, so now I did buy some white. So put a little bit of that there. It's getting a little warm with all these lights in the studio, so you're probably gonna hear me take a drink of this. I don't know if you guys ever had the Trader Joe's sparkling black cherry. It's bomb. It kind of tastes like a Dr. Pepper, but it never gets there. Bomb.com. All right. So we're gonna add some white. So let's clean our brush real quick. Sometimes like the brush has those other colors and you kind of have to wipe it off. All right. So I'm gonna be very loose with it. I really want it to look artsy, so I'm just gonna do these rough brush strokes. All right, do some more white. All right, and then I think we're gonna put white in those eyes. So once this dries, we'll put white in there. We're gonna put white in here, clean it up. See if we could do that right now real quick. It's not gonna take long. So you just have to do that cleanup. Then it starts getting kind of tighter and tighter. It's all right. There's like little brown blemishes. It's still gonna get tightened up. So right now, I guess we'll pause it right there on this part, and then we're gonna work on the gi right now. So, but I'm digging it. I like the way it's coming out. I like the flow. So right here, we're gonna work on the gi. This is gonna be dark right here. Excuse me. This is gonna be dark right here, and we're just gonna kind of blend it up. Start putting the detail into it. So I'm gonna lower this real quick. There you go. That way you guys can kind of see it, see what I'm working on. Lower just a little bit more. All right, there we go. All right, so don't worry about it being light. It's gonna be darker. So that's his bicep. So there's gonna be some. Yeah, I was going on TikTok live a lot, but TikTok's platform, I don't know, it's kind of changed. Yeah, I would get more numbers. I grew a lot on TikTok, and I got a lot of followers, but I feel like I'm gonna start putting my full attention to YouTube now. So now we're just gonna be painting together here on this channel, and I could keep going. Like I could go for a long time here without uh without TikTok kicking me off. So you're gonna see a lot more of me. So I'm gonna be painting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So same time, 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want to watch the process, check out some cool art, feel free to subscribe. All right, and then we're gonna do another. Right now, I'm just doing my references, and then there's a here, and then a slight cut here. All right, now let's take a little step back, see how it looks from a distance. It's looking good. All right, so now and then so now I gotta do dark orange. So let's find our orange. It's kind of like a brown. All right, let's mix it up a little bit. Okay, a little bit of red. Let me see. More red. Looking for like a reddish brown color. That's kind of like what I'm looking for. There it is. I think that's the color. All right. All right, and then we draw the dark lines there. Okay, so got that shape there. All right, so let's get some. I don't even know why I have the water all the way over here. I should have it right here. Oops. I need to start using like a different. I need a bigger brush because it's taking too long with that blender. The blender brush. Okay, that's solid right there. And the geese right here. So remember, there's folds in the geese, so you have those high points and low points. the gi is gonna go here. It's the only downside sometimes is like I have this hanging on like 4 nails and it still moves. That's the only downside about this, but we'll make do. And then we got a line here. And then now it's going back into that. It's kind of like a yellow, orange, brown. All right. Yeah, the gi's looking pretty sick. All right, so now we got like we gotta do a cut line right here. Do that. It's like these little creases. It kind of makes a big difference. It just shows a more definition of the gi. Then we're gonna come in with the brighter color. And then we'll make that glow. All right. And then this is the logo right here. I gotta put a little more pizzazz. Just like right there. And then we'll go over it with some orange right here and some highlights. All right, let me pour a little bit more black paint. I'm gonna try to knock this out by Friday. Hopefully you guys just stick along, like tag along. It will be very, very artsy, by the way. Okay. Damn, this music's pretty chill. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but super, super soothing. Then I'll go with like a dark orange right there. So let's see. And then we're gonna do some bright oranges right there with some highlights. So then right now I'm just gonna add a little bit of white on the eyes. I think it's dry enough. We could do that. Sorry guys, I'm locking in. No, we're not gonna do the eyes too crazy, but just like a little highlight. Just a little glow. That way you can see his eyes pop. All right, so all right, guys. So it's looking good. I'm liking the vibe. I like the way the layers are looking. All this looseness, all this a little bit darker. Before it wasn't as dark, and now it's just gonna be a little bit better. We're gonna tighten it up, and I like the ghee. The ghee's flowing nicely. So yeah, everything's gonna flow all together. gonna look sick. It's gonna be like a crazy Goku that you never seen. What time is it right now? We're at 7 o'clock. Not bad. We're like in an hour in the live stream. All right, so time to find. Let me see. I'm gonna make an orange. It's like a little darker orange, maybe mixed with red. I'm gonna use this and mix it with orange. Just a little bit, a little tiny bit, literally. Unless I make the ghee a little bit brighter, but I think I probably will add a little bit of yellow to it just to make the ghee pop. All right, so now we're gonna connect that right there. It's crazy what just adding different colors does, and how many like it just changes the value of the piece. All right, we'll leave that for the yellows. There's a little bit of blend right here. Right there. There's a little bit right here. Just kind of looking at the mock-up, seeing what we have. Hopefully you guys can see that. All right. And then all right, guys, now you've seen part 2. The rest of the video is going to be for Saturday, so we're going to try to knock this out. But Wednesday we're gonna be doing another live stream. We're not gonna be doing this painting. We're gonna be doing something different. This one I'll probably finish up with you guys as a regular YouTube video. So we'll be doing that for you hopefully Saturday. But I do have a painting that I'm gonna be working on Wednesday. It's something that I've already done. It's I did it in 2022. So we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna collab with it. So it's gonna be like a 2026 and a 2022 collaboration. So I didn't get it scanned or captured. So anytime I do that with the painting, that means it's still up for grabs. It's still not finished. So we're gonna kind of collaborate with 2022. It's gonna be very interesting. We're gonna change it up, make it. We're gonna add a little more depth to it. Um, Unfortunately, the painting's big, so it's outside. So we're gonna be bringing that in. I'll bring that in for you tomorrow. Prep it, get everything ready for you guys for Wednesday. So Wednesday, 6 o'clock. We'll see you then. Let's get it. All right, guys. Thank you. My name is AR. We got more for you. Let's get it.